Anyone need more time? All right, go for it. Or read the Greek first. And the other person needs to read. So you, okay, so just make sure we're all thinking. Okay, in your translation?
The words that I have spoken to you are the spirit and are the life.
Spirit and life. All right. Questions on that?
Is it you all?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all. Use guys.
Parse top for us? Or you let's repeat.
How would you say either nominative or accusative, masculine, no, neuter, singular, but here in the lexical.
Okay, so nominative accusative, I think you can make a choice. So
Here it would be nominative.
the ha, don't choose the case of ha on the basis of the case of taurimata. Taurimata, I agree, is the subject.
It's part of the clause. The ha is part of that. So that would be accusative.
Accusative. Everyone sees why ha is accusative, right? And what is its number and gender again? Yeah. Plural and neuter. Everyone sees why it's plural and neuter? We look at tauremata, that is a nominative, plural, neuter. The words are spirit and life. We don't have to have the relative clause in there. But the ha is not nominative, it has to be accusative. Why? How does it function in the relative clause? Well, we have a subject to the relative clause. The ego lelaleka, I've spoken. So very clear, I mean, overly clear subject in this case. Okay, questions? Make that work for you. You should be asking questions. You're not getting some? Ask you. All right, let's hear group one. And then group two. Good size.
I was gonna say, bravo.
Needs more time? All right, read the Greek.
All right,
There should be an epsilon, there should be an upsilon after that epsilon there, so epistu should be a epistuson.
te, graphe, kai, to, lago,
Han,
han, epe, ha, Jesus.
Jesus, right. All right, and your translation?
When they believed in the scripture and in the word which Jesus said.
Parse Han for us?
Comes from os. It's accusative, masculine.
What's its antecedent?
Is, I think, maybe, graphe and
I think it's not graphe. I think its antecedent is lago. I don't think Jesus spoke the graphe, but I think he spoke the lago.
which makes sense because the masculine
Okay, so, parse Han again.
Okay. So block out that, it's still be masculine. Or no?
Okay,
Okay.
I don't think he said masculine first time, just give us the,
You don't think it's masculine?
no, I don't think he said masculine first time.
Oh, I thought it did. Okay, so masculine, accusative, singular.
Okay, accusative, singular, masculine. Everyone sees that, Han? Why is it accusative?
Well, because of its function in the relative clause,
Okay,
but that's still kind of confusing to me, so I still just know the,
so if you're interested, we'll only have the relative clause. Read the Greek to me, it's just the relative clause.
han, ekon, Jesus.
Okay, so who's the subject?
Jesus.
How do you know that?
Well, it's in that number.
Right, it's clearly marked, but, right, it's both Jesus, here in that sigma, but also the definite articles, wonderfully marked. So your subject's really clear. Jesus spoke something. So, well, that's why, since it's functioning that way, it has to be accusative, can't be subject. The other reason is, since the moment you say it's masculine, there's no ambiguity. The moment you're sure Han is masculine, the ambiguity, right, there wasn't any in the beginning, but there can't be any ambiguity for that reason, because there's another Han form somewhere. Other questions on that? Yes?
So Jesus is the subject of that last phrase.
Of the relative clause.
Relative clause, but of the day, which is existed, is the,
It exists, but exists in the verb.
In the
The verb is able to have both the subject and the.
and that's really the subject of the entire sentence.
Correct. The day is, well, not the entire sentence. They is the subject of the main clause,
Okay.
right? The main verb. It's the subject of the main verb. So the main verb is epistusan. The append finds itself in the relative clause. It cannot be the main verb. It's, right, you can't have the main verb in the relative clause.
Yeah, okay.
Other questions? Let's hear it. Thank you, group 2. Group 3, or person 3. Does anyone know where Graciela is? Okay. Thank you. Okay, you're writing down your speedy translations, right? Get your body involved. Write your speedy translations. All right, read us the Greek.
너희도 내 꿈이 나장 보였어요 완전히 하유인 되리사네.
And your translation?
But I made known to you, brothers, the gospel which I preached.
All right. Tell us about ha.
It's accusative singular neuter.
How do you know it's accusative?
It has to be the subject of I preached.
Has to be the subject?
I mean the object.
The object of. Does everyone see that? Make sure you can see that. Alrighty, any other questions? That's part A, right?
Yes.
Let's hear it. Group 3A, 3B.
also you received, in which also you stand, through which also you are saved.
Now, what I want you all to look at is, first, just look at the relative pronouns. Right, we got ha, we got a ho, we got a who. So, well, that's intriguing. Why do we have these different cases? Why do we have these different cases of the relative pronouns?
Well, isn't it matching, whatever it's connecting to, so then I would think that, that would be neuter, for instance, because it's matching that, that's a genitive because of that
Okay, and what is that?
through.
Yeah, or preposition?
But that was actually a question, because can't that also be in the accusative form? So,
But it's not in the accusative.
no, I know, but so that's not genitive because of this, right? That this,
It works
or is
both
it?
ways.
That's-
It has to be in it's, right, it can't be nominative, for instance, because there's no nominatives, objects of a preposition. So it has to fall in whatever the available options are. And then
So
you
we
know
have
what
to-
option it is, then it goes back to the preposition. But since it's an
Okay.
object of a preposition, it's a choice that they made to go for that particular case. And the same thing with and of course, as one case. So it's going to get data as
Data,
the end of
okay.
it. Right, so in this case, what you want to pay attention to, again, is what's its function in the clause? Well, it's an object or preposition in two of the cases. Well, then it has to work with whatever the rules are for that. That's how you can have ha, ho, and who, and go, wait, is that the same, and how's that possible? Well, what's its function in the relative clause? Oh, well, in one case, it's just the object. In the other two cases, it's the object or preposition, so it has to kind of follow one of those rules. Ask questions? All right, and your translation again is what?
Which also you received, in which also you stand, through which also you are saved.
Okay. And if you were to parse how, what did you say it would be?
Nominative, singular, number.
Okay, is it the subject of the relative clause it's in?
I don't think so. I think you are, like, that seems to be the subject. to me.
Okay, so if you is the subject, then how do you want to parse how? You said it was nominative. But-
Yeah,
Stick.
but I thought it's supposed to match in case and gender.
Gender and number with its antecedent, case and its function in the relative clause.
Well, then I guess it would have to be accusative.
Mm-hmm. Has to be accusative, right, because you is our subject, so it can't be the nominative. So the ha, which can go one way or the other, either nominative or accusative, has to be accusative in this case. Okay, nice that I'm understanding this, that's good, but it's important you're understanding this. I'd be concerned if I'm not. Questions? We're spending time on the relative pronoun because it's just, we want to make sure this one sticks. It's really not complex, it's just time and practicing. Other questions on this?
I guess I have another question, so like, it can be translated as who, that, or which, and that's purely contextual, so like, if that was like a different word where that would be who, that would be perfectly fine, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because really what that does is it moves to an English choice. Because there's only one Greek choice. You can only use ha. Now, ha could move into English. Who, which, that, where,
Okay.
whom. So then you're going to play the English game of what fits and why.
That's what I thought that we would.
No, that's good. That's the goal there, learning. Other questions? Let's hear it for group 3B. I think it didn't break that much.
Oh, okay.
That's it. One more.
All right, one more.
All right. Yeah.
Game on.
Yeah, that's exciting.
So it's gonna be hard. See what you can do, guys. All right, read the Greek to us.
Salitin de Pio,
Theu.
Teu, Imi, Hai.
Great. Translation?
By the grace of God, I am who I am.
Okay, how would you parse ha?
It is either, it's neuter, noun, never accusative, singular.
But we would, I think we did it as,
So you're saying it's not over accusative,
Uh-huh.
and it's singular and it's neuter. So, let me hear your translation again?
By the grace of God, I am who I am.
You want to use who if you say that's a neuter. You what?
I am what I am. Oh, yeah. I am.
I'm not sure you can do that term, the neuter in this case,
That makes sense, yeah.
I expect a has to that kind of a han, no, and how do you decide whether that's not over accusative?
Well, I'm gonna suggest that you can't, because what it refers to, what's it called? Antecedent is not present?
I agree, I don't see it antecedent, but its case you probably can determine without its antecedent, right?
Yeah, so probably not.
Why do you say no? I agree with that, why do you choose that?
Because in the clause, right, is that the clause, the relative clause? It acts as the subject.
Okay, and there's actually something there that helps us determine that to be nominative.
Is it the verb, I am?
It's an equal sign, right? So whether it's on the front or the back, it should be a nominative. So that helps us as well.
Oh, okay.
So by the grace of God, I am what I am.
Where are we getting by that?
this is data, so enter
Inner with and two by four.
Okay.
one of the 2 by 4, so you put a by in front of it, it's data.
So initially we had two, the grace of God, I am what I am, but by just makes more sense than I've read it in the Bible, so.
My translation says. Other questions?
Is, what is the day functioning as? Is that and by the grace of God?
That is from or of.
Yeah.
No.
Letter A.
Letter and, that's right, yeah.
Post positive, can't be yet.
This is,
But,
this is genitive.
Oh, yeah.
Of God.
you're right, so of God, but so that would be, because that's a post-participle,
Post positive, yeah.
post-positive, yeah, those big words. So we add but to the beginning of this. But,
It could be in as well, I mean, it's just, you're gonna make some choices, how adversative is it or how agreement it is, right? If it's really contrasted to the but it seems to just be continuing to go, well, maybe the end kind of fits here, it's you reading the on enough information to get you a nice, to get what we're doing. Questions on that? Yeah.
Can you explain again how you got from who to what?
Yes. All right, so what is the gender of ha?
It's
Neuter. So I just don't think you'd use who for a neuter. I think you'd use what.
okay.
Other questions? Now let's stay right. Oh, sorry. One more.
I don't understand why it's neuter, because the Amy is still referring to the speaker, who I'm assuming is a human, like, I mean, even outside
Look
of
look at the
call.
form. Can that form ha be masculine? Is it possible for that form to be masculine? That's how it's neutered. Because if it were Haas, or if it were Han, right, then the masculine.
But I thought it needs to match.
But- The problem is our antecedent is missing. We don't know what the antecedent is in this case. So, but the fact that it can't, it is clearly marked neuter, right, it cannot be masculine anyway. We expect Haas, we're not getting that. So that's how you can neuter, and my contention is, well, it's neuter, probably who doesn't work very well, what would make more sense for us. But the challenge with this one is, where's the antecedent? Which, and we'll meet that in another situation. Okay, other questions? Great. Stay good.